Hello everybody, my name is Goosebumps for Dummies, and today I am going to be reviewing Return to the Carnival of Horrors. Now, let me get this off my chest. This is absolutely, without a doubt in my mind, maybe a few, it comes very close, a lot of the other cover arts in Goosebumps, but this is absolutely my all-time favorite Goosebumps cover art. Look at that masterpiece. I swear, it is one of the best pieces of art I have ever seen. Mona Lisa, move aside, bitch. And I think it is very underrated, or rather under-talked about, because I believe it's well rated, it's not talked about a lot. Yeah, it's an amazing piece of artwork. And the book may or may not reflect that. So yeah, today I'm going to be reviewing this book, which is the only sequel towards a GYG book. Not in the GYG series, we've had a few. Return to Terror Tower and Revenge of the Body Squeezers, but this is the first sequel directly to a GYG book in the GYG series. So let's dive in. And now for the blurb. It's the ride of your life. Again. Oh no, could it be? Yes, you're back at the Carnival of Horrors. Oh no, scary! You escaped the first time, but Big Al, the evil carnival manager, wants your second visit to last forever. You've got to get out of there before midnight. If you win free midway games, you have a chance, but the games are horrifyingly hard. Like QQuest, if you pick the wrong number, the penalty will really blow you away. Maybe you should look for a way out on the rides, but watch out for the roller coaster. Sounds familiar. It's a See Yourself roller coaster, filled with ghosts. The choice is yours in this scary Goosebumps adventure perspective of over 20 super spooky endings. Next book in the series, Out in Space, which I also reviewed in like May, so. Hell to the fucking yeah. Yeah, my opinion on this book very much reflects this awesome piece of artwork, and is honestly one of the most all-around best Goosebump books of all time. You have an amazing GYG adventure attached here, way better than the first Carnival of Horrors. Not much of a hot take, so I believe their general reception is they're pretty much on par, like maybe 0.5 off from each other, depending which one you like more. This one, I think, is quite a bit better in a lot of ways, actually, and improves upon that book. It is very similar, and it does not retcon much. You know, it's literally the same you with, I believe, the same side character, and yeah, y'all fucking return to this park, and it is a amazing carnival adventure with an amazing cover art, awesome color scheme. Look at this. This is such a bonkers color scheme, and yeah. Some of the endings in here are really good too, and I should just stop glazing and just get to the fucking upsides. An issue I brought up with the original Carnival of Horrors book is that this is something you can see in the first 3 and the 5th GYG, not in Dr. Eek so much, but it's somewhat present in there, barely, for as less of a good book that is. The issue I'm referring to is just the general plot coherence, alright? The earlier GYGs tended to be extremely random, and not in a good way. Most there are some cases of that later in the series, like Trick or Trapped was very random at times. This one completely solved that, and I think that was a huge improvement from the first book. Now, I'm not one to compare books to other books, similar or not, sequels or not. But I just wanted to bring it up because, well, this is literally very, very similar to that book, and it is the sequel. It's just a version of that without all that plot coherence issues. It feels like it makes a lot more sense. There's more of a story going on here, it feels, in a weird way. Yeah, it's less random, is what I'm getting at. And also, this was way better written in some aspects, right? There was some obvious planning behind this one, because there was some plot beats that were hinted at or, you know, thought out. There was just some very thought out stuff in this book, which I was pretty fond of. The characters were good. Yes, the characters, because there are coherent characters in these books. The side character, the one from the first book that is returning here, is good. There's also this other kid. I believe he's your cousin. He's pretty cool. Big Al is still a really cool villain. There's a nice Goosebumps monster or entity cameo. May or may not be Say Cheese and Die. Pretty fucking cool. And I think that one was done really well. And there was an amazing ending involving that, might I say. Probably the best ending in the whole book. And is actually a good ending, might I add. But it's super smart and is super, super, super awesome. The best ending in the whole book, like I said, where you defeat Big Al. Somehow involving this camera. I'm not going to spoil it too much because I really want people to read this. Yeah, the endings, might I add, are great in this story. There are some great endings in here. Some very dark ones that rival the canon ending in the original Carnival of Horrors. When I mean canon, I don't mean official, I mean literally a canon. That was a crazy ending in the first book, and there are some in here that rival that, like the one from the lumber ride, or maybe multiple, but either way, one in particular. Yeah, and also there's something involving maybe piranhas or a tank, whatever the hell they were. Yeah, there are some crazy endings in here. Let alone, I really like both storylines or paths. There's a path to go to just play carnival games, or you can go run around, ride rides, of course. Both of which are awesome, and I think the best segment is, funny enough, the roller coaster. The one you see on the cover. That was the best segment, because these guys did appear in the book. This was a scene. It was super cool having these ghosts talk to you. And, let alone, since 2008, so it kind of gets cool point for that. Since 2008 video game, Horrorland, I don't know if I had anything else attached to it, just Goosebumps Horrorland, I believe. That actually referenced this rise, so that was really cool. If not, that's a big-ass coincidence, since they're both Goosebumps properties, or in the Goosebumps universe. Yeah, and one came forever, so really, really, really great book, and honestly, this could be a perfect 10 out of 10 GYG, but sadly, had a few things I didn't like. Navigating this GYG is very, very tough at times. I know that's more of a, personal thing. You don't have to read the entirety of the book, but let alone, if you're just trying to, read this, it's still hard to navigate when you want to do something. Because let's just say, there's a lot of paths. Yeah, there's a lot of choices in this book. Not exactly useful when you're trying to just appropriately navigate this book to get to your endings that you want. I know it's more of a personal thing, and I don't deduct really anything from this, as you'll see from the score, because it is a rounded blank out of 10, you'll see. Honestly, it doesn't bother me too much, I thought I'd mention it. If you're going to read this whole thing, that's definitely going to be an issue, is navigation. Use a wiki guide. I didn't use it for this one. I wish I did. I strongly recommend using Wikipedia guides, because there's some literal page maps on the wiki, and they're so good. If I had anything else I wanted to mention, it's probably one of the Carnival games that didn't make a lot of sense. Let's just say it was not very well written in terms of how it worked. It's kind of bullshit, it was blatantly, wrong about something. Yeah, aside from, a broken page mechanic and, of course, some slower pits, because I'll admit there's a few not so great endings, but there's, maybe 4. Yeah. This book is overall an amazing read, and I highly recommend it. So let's get to my score. Returns of the Carnival of Horrors gets a whopping 10 out of 10. I think this is a lot better than, well, not a lot, but a whole star rating if we were to do this in out of 5 stars. Because I gave that one a flat 4 out of 5. This one's getting a fat-ass 5 out of 5 rounded, because I round shit here, or a 10 out of 10. Yeah, this is a genuinely amazing GYG, and this is actually the first 10 out of 10 GYG I have actually reviewed on this channel. We're going to be reviewing another one not too long after this, maybe in January. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this book review, and tell me what you think of this book below, and please go read it if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.